G'day everyone, how's it going? Let me just reverse out of here. We are good. Cool. For you go. Okay. Let's get that. Today, let's talk about the LC500. A classic. Well, it's not really classic. It is newer. It's modern, kind of. It's been around for a few generations. Oh, look at these guys backing out at the same time. Yeah, that's pretty funny. Okay. Oh. Yeah, the Lexus LC500. Hopefully this Ram won't back out into us. We're good? Okay. So, the LC500. So what we're going to do is, I'll first give you my first impressions and my itinerary is going to be, so I'll give you my first impressions, and then I'll go over the looks, the exterior, I'll then go through the interior, the functionality of the interior, then the practicality of the car, the sportiness, the specs, and then as well as the exterior, not the exterior, sorry, my final thoughts of the car, and if I were to get one, would I get one? So, to start off, what are my initial impressions and thoughts? So, I have actually seen an LC500 in real life. It was once, and I barely got a good look at it. It was dark green from memory. It was a coupe, and it had a tan interior, I believe. So I had a good enough look to get that much information. But I tried to pull out my phone to take a photo, because a friend of mine, it's his dream car, so I wanted to take a photo of it to show him, but I got a really crap photo. So I think I got a wheel, like the rear arch of it, rear wheel arch. And so I went to cancel the photo, I went to take another one, and it disappeared. So that was kind of, I've got no evidence of it, but I did see one. In fact, it was right in front of this hotel over here, the Oaks. Yeah, and from what I saw of it, it's gonna sound controversial, but I didn't really like it too much in that spec, at least. Now, I know a lot of people like this spec, so this is my personal opinion. I'm pretty sure that spec is exactly what my friend wants in the car, but oh well. I don't like it that much. I think there's better things you can do. The tan interior is pretty cool, but I feel like there's a bit too much tan to it. The whole thing is tan. But it's exotic, and I'm sure people like that. And of course, well, it's a Lexus, so basically a Toyota. I don't know if that's insulting or not. But it's reliable, and I think it is a good car. Although, I think there is better, and I'll probably come back to that later. So the exterior of the car, I think it is a good looking car. Quite a good looking car. Nice. I think it's quite a good looking car. Honestly, the spec I saw, it didn't look bad. I just think that there was better out there. It's got, the headlights are unique. I'm pretty sure there's some special thing about those, but I didn't look into that, sorry. But I'm pretty sure there's something unique about them that's stand out from the rest of the car industry. I forget what that is, but I feel like that factor's there. And it's got like the rear tail lights that have an infinity effect with mirrors or whatever. There's a Corvette CO8, I think, orange. I think I've seen that around. Cool. That's about the fanciest cars we see here where I am. It's raining, sprinkling. I wouldn't say raining. Other than that, it's just a beautiful car, I reckon. You can probably make your own impressions of it. Then the interior, it is luxurious, I'll tell you that. It's a very nice interior. Although I do think, for looks-wise and luxury-wise, it's probably the best Lexus interior, but I don't think it's the most functional. I know the latest update of the car, like, added a touch screen in it, and a big screen and things, to make it more functional, the interior. But, what are we waiting for? There's nothing. Go. There we go. To make it better, but I still think it's missing a few things. So, for instance, in other Lexuses, all the climate controls, including the heated seats and the steering, ventilated seats, are all hidden into the infotainment. Whereas in other Lexuses, there's physical buttons for all that, which I think is better. Turn that up a bit. But I just know the interior, it's a good interior. Probably in the top 10 of interiors I know of, I'd say. And don't ask me to list that. I'd just probably put it in a top 10 if I were to list interiors. I can't think of it off the top of my head right now. And the rear seats, I know are practically, there's no point to having them really. Maybe extra storage, but that's all I can think of. And I can also think of another car that would do better than that, which I'll probably say at the end. I know the boot space is practically non-existent, I think. It'd probably be enough for, to take groceries and do grocery runs and stuff. Just to do simple around town things. So it's very much not the only car you would buy. This would be like a second car that you'd do for commuting or having fun on weekends, even though it's more of a grand tourer. This wouldn't be your main car, which, if I were to be looking at cars, I'd look at the car that I would, just one car that I would want. I held up two fingers. One. Yeah, so it's not the most practical car. 2 people probably only max. And you could probably fit a legless child in the back. 2 legless children in the back. Okay, that's better than 1. Yeah, it's fine, I guess. And then, what else? That's practicality. Functionality, I kind of already went over. I know some LC500s have rear wings, depending if you get like a performance package, I think. And it's like an active wing, or active spoiler, active wing, I'm not sure, one of the two. Which is cool. Yeah. Today's a good drive, actually. There's barely much congestion. I'm going to say that. Is it going to be bad here? No, it's fine. I say as this car's braking in front of me. No, it's fine. There's nothing up there. New Prado. Right there. Sportiness. Now, I know it's technically a Grand Tourer, however you say that word. Don't criticize me. But it has the, I think everyone knows, if you're watching this video, you'll definitely know of the LC500, hopefully, maybe, potentially, maybe not. Okay, just in case not. It has the 5-litre V8 from Lexus, which they use in a few models, actually. Not just the LC500. And it has a 10-speed gearbox, which is apparently, well, I've never driven the car, obviously, if you've seen what I'm driving right now. Don't own one, nothing related to that. But apparently the 10-speed gearbox is quite good for the engine compared to other gearboxes that's paired up with the engine. It has, it has 470 horsepower, I think. Could correct me on that, but I think it's roughly that, 71, maybe 72. I'm not sure about the size of the fuel tank. I'd assume it only takes premium fuel, which is $2 currently in AUD at that servo. Well, that's specs. I don't know about fuel usage. It probably, I think it's 10.2 litres per 100 Ks. Somewhere around there. And the exhaust note is beautiful. I know that there's plenty of eargasm videos out there of the LC500. So, yeah. I think that's covered all of that, except my final thoughts. What did we do? We did practicality, we did the functionality, I kind of half-assed all this. Exterior, interior. I didn't cover it very well, but I reckon, well, during editing, if I'm a good editor, hopefully I've showed photos so you can reference and make your own opinions and compare to me, I guess. Celica. That's what we call my friend, Celica. Because he has one. Pop-up headlights, which are pretty cool. Yeah, so my final thoughts. So the LC500, would I own one? Yeah, why not? Do I think there's better cars out there? I think that there is. So, I personally wouldn't go for the LC500. I reckon I would go for the RC350 or the RCF. One of the two there. So the RCF is just basically a more practical, more sporty, because the LC is a bit more a Grand Tourer. They share similar parts, even though I know the structure of the RC is different. With the 350, it's not as much power and it doesn't sound as good, yes, but it's also like 10%, probably more like 20% of the price of the LC500, the 350, and it sounds alright. Doesn't sound bad. But the RCF is also about half the price of the LC500. And it has the same engine, although it has an 8-speed, which pairs slightly worse with the engine, I've heard. And, what's the time? Why is the school zone light on? Who knows? Broken? I think it's broken. Whatever. Or is it? No, it's not. It's from 8 AM to 3. Oh, the whole day. Okay, well, I'll go 40 then. I didn't know that. That's primary schools for you. Yeah, so I'd probably go an RC or an RCF. Although I'd probably go the RC350 over the RCF because it's once again cheaper and it'd be more in my price range. Best car out of all of them would obviously, well, if you had it for a second car, you'd go the LC500. But if it was your only car, you'd go the RC, I reckon, because it's more practicality and you can actually fit people in the back seats. And it's got more boot space. And it's got better fuel efficiency. But the RC, yes, it looks better. It can sound better than the RC350. But the RCF is basically the exact same engine. I don't know about the exhaust note, actually. I should have checked that. But yeah, I'd go the RC instead just because of the price. But the LC, yes, I'll agree. I think I've already said this many times. Let's just pull in here. So, that's my final thoughts about the LC500. If you have any more questions, or you'd like to tell me more about the LC500, or your own opinions on it, or tell me about your experience if you own one, because that'd be pretty cool. I'll turn that off. And that's not what I meant to do. Yeah, and tell me any other cars you would like to watch me talk about, I guess. I'll also have another video of this coming out sooner or later, just going over some secrets that I found about. I have them in my head right now, but I'll save it for another video. There's actually a few things about the LC500 that I didn't actually consider or know about, which is pretty cool. So you can probably watch that video somewhere on the side in a second, depending on how I edit this. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and for more, and I'll see you later. Ciao.